welcome to the final session at the Artistic Swimming World Series Super Final being held at the superb Olympic Sports Complex Hungary in Athens. For this session, we have the mixed free combination routine, which will be a maximum of 10 swimmers in the pool at any one time. But the journey started much earlier, middle of March, with the first virtual Artistic Swimming World Series of the year. There's been 4 legs across 3 different continents. 2 of them have been virtual, one hosted jointly by USA and Canada, and the other virtual one hosted extremely well by Australia. United States of America, well, they're leading the table for the overall most medals won. They won't be competing in this free combination though. Having had a successful afternoon anyway, taking gold in the highlights routine. So focusing specifically on the mixed free combination. So that's up to 10 swimmers in the pool at any one time. The actual routines are approximately 4 minutes long. You're allowed 15 seconds either side of that. It's judged on artistic, execution and difficulty. You can see confirmation there of the events that we've seen today in the free combination starting at 1900 hours, so just a few minutes to wait. So in the free combination, there's a few things that have to be included. So 2 parts have to be less than 3 competitors that we focus on at that particular time. With the team, we'll just take the backstage then and stay close, but they won't be doing much while we focus on the solo or the duet. But 2 parts of the routine must be between 8 and 10 competitors. So you'll see lots of great synchronisation with all of the team together as well. As you can see, finishing touches being done on the hair with the gelatine and the makeup here. It's been a busy 3 days for all of these athletes. And their journey will continue after this World Series as they start or continue their preparation for the World Championships in Budapest in a month's time. Still COVID protocols here in Athens. So you'll see that a lot of the officials will be wearing the masks still, but plenty of support for all of these swimmers, which is very nice to see, even though the crowds aren't here on this occasion. So there'll be 4 teams competing in the free combination. Not as many as the highlights routines earlier today, but nevertheless exciting competition indeed, with Israel leading the way. So I mentioned about the judges being split into 3 different sections. So we have the execution judges. The execution judges also look at the synchronization as well. That counts for 30% of the overall score. We then have the judges that look at the all-important artistic impression of the routine, and that includes all of the originality, all the choreography, the manner of the interpretation of the music, and the manner of the presentation of that routine as well. So that's what the artistic panel are looking for, as we have some lovely photo opportunities here with some of the youngsters, and I'm sure you'll treasure that photograph. So artistic counts for 40% of the score, and then difficulty. And difficulty, they look at the risk as well, the risk factors, especially on some of these acrobatic moves and that. It's getting more and more risk in it, and that's 30%. Moving forward, the sport is changing the way it judges the difficulty side of things, and we will all be finding out more information on that as we go along, and particularly at the World Championships. But it's necessary because it's very, very difficult for the difficulty judges to actually decide which routine is more difficult than others, because some of them are very, very close indeed. It might be 0.1, 0.2 that separates them. And it would be really good to have that clarity, because this sport has been pushed so far and is becoming so difficult now. It's absolutely the right time to do it. Absolutely stunning complex here. As the officials get ready for the presentation of all of the judges and the technical committee, which will be coming up very shortly before the judges take their places to settle down for the last of the competition swims today. But we do then have the fun gala following the three combination finals. Everyone loves to see themselves on the screen, don't they? The things that the judges will be looking for when the duets or the soloists or the trios are swimming, the rest of the team should be really close to them, but shouldn't interfere with what they're doing, but should be within line of sight so that the judges can still see all of the 10 swimmers in the pool at one time. You can't have a soloist going off down one end of the pool. They have to stay near the team. They will be looking to make sure the patterns are as precise as possible, and that the transitions between the patterns are done as quickly as possible, so you almost don't see it happening, and that then helps to create the surprise element along with all of the acrobatic moves. When it comes to the acrobatic moves, then ideally they shouldn't take too long to set up for them, because that does ruin the surprise. It should be very quick, in and out, and then straight on to the next movement. It's much harder to do hybrids with 2 legs in the air, so that helps with the difficulty score over routines with mainly 1 leg. If you have 1 leg out, then you should be right up high, up to your hip bone. If you have 2 legs, you should be sort of mid-thigh for 2 legs. Also much harder to synchronize things like angles and bent legs over a straight leg, so that would also help to improve the difficulty score as long as it is executed well, and that's what the execution judges will be looking for. But all of these swimmers will have rehearsed the performances that we're about to see, but also be using it as a training session for the World Championships to carry on building on it. And the officials certainly getting into the party spirit. It must be coming towards the end of the competition. I don't think they would have been doing that on day one. So they're certainly relaxing as we wait for the presentation of all of the delegates. Other things the judges will be looking for is that the toes, when they go underneath the water, all disappear at exactly the same time, and when they come up from underneath up to the surface, they all break the water surface again exactly the same time. It's strange. I have been involved in this sport for, well, more years than I'd like to remember. I'd be showing my age if I told you how long, but it's an awful long time. And I still wonder how we do that, how we know exactly where the surface of the water is so that all of the toes can break through that surface exactly at the same time. I think artistic swimmers have incredible spatial awareness to be able to do things like that, and we make it look really easy, the whole sport, but I'm sure you can imagine just how difficult it is. And now we welcome the technical delegates onto the platform.
We're going to play the Chariots of Fire.
So, welcomed on to Chariots of Fire, recognition of Vangelis.
Κυρίες και κύριοι, καλησπέρα σας. Σας καλωσορίζουμε στο μεγάλο τελικό του Artistic Swimming World Series της Φίνας 2022 στην Αθήνα. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to the super final of the FINA Artistic Swimming World Series 2022 in Athens. Το τελευταίο αγώνισμα της ημέρας είναι το Free Combination. The last event of the day is the Free Combination routine. Ας υποδεχτούμε τους κριτές και τους επισήμους. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the technical officials and the delegates. Έχουμε τη χαρά και την τιμή να σας παρουσιάσουμε τα μέλη της Παγκόσμιας Ομοσπονδίας Υγροστίβου. Now we have the pleasure to present you the FINA delegates. Εκπρόσωπος της Παγκόσμιας Ομοσπονδίας Υγροστίβου, the FINA Bureau Liaison, Mrs. Sharon Gibson. Την πρόεδρο της Τεχνικής Επιτροπής Καλλιτεχνικής Κολύμβησης, the chairwoman of the Technical Artistic Swimming Committee, Mrs. Lisa Schott. Την αντιπρόεδρο της Τεχνικής Επιτροπής Καλλιτεχνικής Κολύμβησης, the Vice Chairwoman of the Technical Artistic Swimming Committee, Mrs. Ginny Jasentek. Τη Γενική Διευθύντρια των Αγώνων και η Γραμματέα της Κολυμβητικής Ομοσπονδίας Ελλάδος, the General Manager of the Competition and Special Secretary of the Hellenic Swimming Federation, Mrs. Δέσποινα Καραπέλα. Η Διευθύντρια του Αγώνα, the Referee of the Competition, Mrs. Livia Gutla-Razione. Βοηθός Διαιτητή, Assistant Referee, Mrs. Lara Terenzis. Αξιολογητές, FINA Evaluators, Mrs. Simonetta Tonaroli.
The confirmation of the referees there. Laura Derenz is the assistant referee, just being introduced there.
We present you the panels of the judges.
And Olivia Good Maravian, the referee, as they introduce the execution judges.
Debbie Latsford. Judge number 2, Christiane Röder-Fremen. Judge number 3, Alina Kwiatkowskaja. Judge number 4, Alina Karimova. Judge number 5, Marina Albanella Espinasa.
Execution judges split across both sides of the pool.
Judge number 1, Paolo Soro. Judge number 2, Natalia Lerman. Judge number 3, Marlon Falco. Judge number 4,
And now the artistic impression
Judge number 4,
judges.
Renata Kozena. Πάνε για τη δυσκολία, panel for difficulty. Judge number 1, Styliania Konstantinidou.
And finally,
Judge number 2,
the difficulty panel of judges.
Judge number 3, Anna McRoyman. Judge number 4, Marika Pavlioglu. Judge number 5, Simona Daskani.
judges will now take their seats, get themselves ready for the final competition, the free combination routine. Confirmation of the start list: Israel first, then Greece, then Kazakhstan, and then Hungary. Israel had a quick turnaround, took bronze in the highlights earlier today. Quick turnaround now to focus on the free routine combination.
Παρακαλούμε οι κριτές να λάβουν τις θέσεις τους. Judges, please take your seats.
Anxious moments as they wait to walk on. Once they walk on, they'll be fine, but it's quite nerve-wracking waiting. And the judges get settled.
Ξεκινάμε με το free combination. Ένα από το Ισραήλ. Presenting free combination number 1, Israel.
And so we start the free combination routines with the team from Israel. Music Espada, and this is the Espada Passion. Look how high this lift goes. Beautiful flip. Wonderful. So the duet just waiting at the side, but staying very close to the team. Duet, Ariel Nasti, Shelly Bobitsky. The team does a lovely plank pull. And now the soloist, Polina Frika-Popova. Lovely the way they transition from one to the other. Always so much going on. Lovely high twist, beautiful line, not quite centered into the middle of the team. Great, and really quickly into that lift. Slightly fell off the split lift. It's such precision. Well, they certainly packed as much as possible into that 4 minutes performance. They always do well in the World Series. They've taken gold in the free combination in Paris and also in the Australian one, which was a virtual event. But they're very strong on free combination. Obviously, they've put a lot of hard work into that routine. There was so much in it. You really couldn't take your eyes off it, could you? So well done to the coaches. Anna Taras there on the right-hand side, Larissa Kunin and Valeria Arieleva. Look at the height that they get there. And I love that movement. The line of the leg really sort of showing as she leapt over.
The theme of the routine was Spanish passion.
And a good amount of difficulty in it as well. There I felt that the duet were a bit too close to the line on the right. They needed to be a little bit more centred. They looked too far away from the other line. But these are all little things that they can sort out. 85.166. That's a fabulous score to start with.
Scores. Εκτέλεση 25.400. Execution 25.400. Καλλιτεχνική εντύπωση 34,2667. Artistic impression 34.2667. Δυσκολία 25.500. Difficulty 25.500. Σύνολο 85,1667. Total 85.1667. Free combination 2. Free combination number 2. Ελλάδα, Greece.
Moment of truth for the Greek team. Get a wonderful reception here. Asking the crowds to be just a little bit quieter while they prepare. You can see one girl counting so that they all stay in unison as they walk on. They're allowed 30 seconds for the walk on. If they go over that, there will be penalties. But they would have timed this perfectly, I'm sure. I hope anyway. Now this will be high. Amazing. High amount of risk on that throw. Shoulders nice and high, that's good. Good body lines. And good spacing. As we move more towards the duet, it would be nice to see them just a little bit closer to the team. Good posture from the duet. Shoulders nice and high as they wait. Excellent on the angles. Wow, some of these lifts are huge risk. Very easy to have accidents in training. You have to be very careful, especially as they're developing all these new ideas. This routine really comes together from the choreography. The way they interact together, quite extraordinary. Let's build a story. Again, would like to see the trio just a little bit closer to the main team. Wow, beautiful spiral. And a really difficult hybrid to finish. If just one swimmer makes a mistake, it really shows up when they're so close together. And they did that really, really well. I think the swimmers will be probably relieved it's over, because nobody wants to make a little mistake and let the teammates down. But they did a fabulous swim. They should be very, very proud of themselves. And now all they can do is wait for the score. 85.166 is what Israel had. Look at the height there. The way they set up so quickly underneath the water. And sometimes they flip off the feet, sometimes they flip off the hands, sometimes it's off the shoulders. Lots and lots of different techniques. But the thing is that underneath the water, whatever the platform is, it needs to be solid and it needs to be in exactly the right place, because otherwise the one doing the acrobatic move, the flyer, as we call them, stands no chance at all. 85.833. So that puts them ahead of Israel in first place at the moment, with 2 more teams to swim. Great result there for Greece. Congratulations. And third to swim, we have the team from Kazakhstan. Final checks to make sure the nose clip is going to stay on. They often have a spare nose clip just inside the costume as well, just in case the nose clip gets knocked off, because they all swim so close together.
Free combination number 3 from Kazakhstan.
So Kazakhstan will be performing a Spanish dance. Choreography of this routine by Olga Brusnikina, past Olympic champion gold medalist herself. So expect some really good originality. Really making full use of the pool, the length of it and across the width as well. Can't just go up and down. Fabulous balance. Lovely spin down. To the soloist, Nabiza Bolotova. Nice control. And nicely centered in the middle of the team. Excellent. Loving this choreography. Music really suits them. Excellent posture, which you have to have if you're going to do Spanish dance. That needed a little bit more clarity there on those movements and being careful not to drift out of formation. Just slightly out on that final hybrid, which is a real shame, because if they get it together, I'm sure that will look absolutely amazing. Well, the improvement in them has been extreme. I mean, they are doing fabulously well. Really enjoyed that performance. I knew the choreography was going to be good. I thought the interpretation was fabulous. It wasn't a perfect routine. There were a few timing issues and a few pattern issues as well. But overall, what amazes me is that, I don't know if you've been watching most of today, you would have seen a lot of the acrobatic movements, and nearly all of them have come off, whereas years ago you used to watch artistic swimming, or synchronized swimming as it was then, and people would have complete fails on some of the acrobatic movements because they're so hard. They've got harder and harder, the risk is greater, yet they're performed even better now. And a score of 80.80, so I would imagine they would be very pleased if they now have a score starting with an 8, so 80.800, putting them in third place at the moment.
32.800. Δυσκολία 24.000. Difficulty 24.000. Σύνολο 80.800. Total 80.800. Free combination νούμερο 4 από την Ουγγαρία. Free combination number 4, Hungary.
And the final ones to swim, we have the team from Hungary. Brilliant back tuck somersaults. A lot of these swimmers would make superb divers as well. They're good gymnasts. And remember, they have to do all of these things holding their breath as well when they're upside down. Be incredibly fit to do artistic swimming. I think you can quite easily see that for yourselves. Nice original movement there. Nice, as the soloist then presents back to the team and then rejoins the team. If you're going to split the team half and half, the timing has to absolutely be perfect for it to come off, but that was good. I like the fact that Duret is so close to the team here. Contrast of music now with the audio machine. I'd like to see them a little bit higher in the water to get that posture right and stretch the necks. Excellent choreography and executed well. Got to keep going now, their legs will be very tired. Again, the way they present beautifully for that final acrobatic lift. Really nice performance there from Hungary. Of course, they will be swimming in front of a home crowd soon at the World Championships in Budapest.
Combination από την Ουγγαρία με τις αθλήτριες. We have those three combinations from Hungary with the athletes.
And then they slowly swim out, trying to get their breath back before they stand on the side, because whilst they make this sport look as easy as possible, I can guarantee they will be feeling very tired and their legs will need cooling down afterwards. Spacing on that was really nice. So currently we have Greece in first place, 85.8. Score there for Hungary, 78.0. And that puts them in fourth place. But a good score, and they're improving all of the time. A really, really nice routine. So congratulations to their coaches. And we just await final confirmation of the podium places. Greece taking the gold, 85.93 with an absolutely superb swim. Israel, 85.16. Kazakhstan, 80.80, taking the bronze. And Hungary, 78.0. Congratulations to all of these swimmers. And rather apt way to finish, isn't it? With Greece taking the final gold in Athens. Well done to them. Hopefully that will continue to encourage them to really train hard as they have been doing since not being able to go to the Olympics last year because of team members having COVID, which was a huge disappointment to them, obviously. But gosh, if they worked hard since then, 85.83, fabulous score for them.
This is the end of the event. Judges, you may leave your seats.
So the judges will now depart. Their job is done at this FINA Artistic Swimming World Series Super Final. We will then have the victory ceremony, and then a little bit later the fun gala, which just brings everybody together at the end of the competition to celebrate the wonderful sport of artistic swimming.
Κυρίες και κύριοι, σας ευχαριστούμε για την παρουσία σας. Θα θέλαμε να σας ενημερώσουμε ότι θα ακολουθήσει άμεσα η τελετή απονομής των μεταλλίων. Ακολουθεί το εορταστικό γκαλά στις 8:30. Μείνετε μαζί μας. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being us. We would like to inform you that the medal ceremony is coming up next. Be with us for the spectacular Τελετή απονομής μεταλλίων για το αγώνισμα Free Combination. Medal ceremony for the Free Combination routine. Την απονομή θα κάνουν the medals will be presented by η πρόεδρος της Τεχνικής Επιτροπής Καλλιτεχνικής Κολύμβησης, the chairwoman of the Technical Artistic Swimming Committee, Mrs. Lisa Schott. Η διαιτητής του αγώνα, the referee of the competition, Mrs. Livia Gutmarazione. The Vice Governor of the North Sector of Attica, Mrs. Lucia Kefalogianni.
the victory ceremony in the free routine combination, the final event at the artistic swimming world finals. And taking the bronze medal, the team from Kazakhstan with a score of 80.800. Congratulations to all of them. Fabulous routine depicting Spanish dance. And always a nice touch to be given. Flowers with beautiful rose at the end of the performance. And the medal's really special.
Στη δεύτερη θέση και σημαίνιο μετάλλιο, το Ισραήλ. Second place and silver medal, Israel.
Israel taking the silver. They've won gold in the free combination twice this year in the World Series. This time it's a silver. It was all very close. Score 85.1667. A treasured moment for each of these athletes. And a culmination of all their hard work before they continue their training for the World Championships next month.
Στην πρώτη θέση και χρυσό μετάλλιο, η Ελλάδα.
And a big cheer to the gold medal winners. It's appropriate at this wonderful FINA World Series super final that the final medal goes to Greece. Their score 85.833. What a wonderful way to finish the competition part of this World Series, when the hosts take the gold. Confirmation of the final scores there. Greece taking the gold, Israel the silver, Kazakhstan the bronze.
Ακολουθεί ο εθνικός ύμνος της Ελλάδος. Please rise for the national anthem of Greece. Συγχαρητήρια, congratulations.
Many congratulations to all the swimmers. And I'll be wandering off to all the photo opportunities. Or staying on the platform for all the photo opportunities. I don't blame them.
Παρακαλούμε μείνετε μαζί μας για το εορταστικό γκαλά που θα ξεκινήσει στις 8:30. Please stay with us for the winners gala at 8:30. Thank you.
Yep, so whilst we might be finished with the competition side of things, we have the fun gala that will be happening pretty shortly.